Cedric Elderman here. Let me ask you a quick question. Do you know why so many of us beat ourselves up when we learn something? Like we'll learn something, we'll get a little way along the learning path, and then we start to beat ourselves up and say you should have known better, etc., etc. So that's what I want to talk about today. And I want to talk about it from two perspectives, both you and your own learning and when you're training someone else. So I'll explain as we go through it. So the first stage of learning is the unconscious incompetent. So this is the person who doesn't know what they don't know. And I'll use, for this whole sequence of four, I'll use driving a car as an example. So an unconscious incompetent, maybe the baby that's sitting in the back seat of the car, that baby doesn't even know what a car is, where they're going, or what driving is. So they don't know what they don't know. So the next stage is the conscious incompetent. So you could think of this person as the L-plate driver. So you've been an L-plate driver, I'm sure, or whatever L-plates are in your country. So you've really got to concentrate, and you're looking in this mirror, and then you're looking in this mirror, and there's this thing, and you know you couldn't even dare to switch the radio on or change channel on the radio because you've got to spend so much time being conscious. You're incompetent, you don't really know what you're doing, and you can just get by being really, really conscious about it. So these two stages are all right. Now number 3 is the dangerous stage. This is the conscious competent. This is the P-plate driver, for example. I don't know if you have P-plates in your country, but in Australia, after the L-plates, we have P-plates, and you're on your red Ps for 12 months, and then you're on your green Ps for 2 years. So the conscious competent is the person that can do it really well, providing they think about it. And this is the danger period for us when we're learning and when we're training someone else. This is the stage where we say, I should have known better, I shouldn't have been so stupid, and all those sorts of things. And this is where a trainer may come up to someone that's learning and say, you know, you've done that 5 times already, you idiot. You should have known better than to get it wrong this time. And this is where people kick themselves in the bum, hit themselves in the head, both physically and figuratively, or emotionally beat up on someone who is in this learning phase. And that's the worst thing to do, because all you do when you mentally or physically or emotionally beat up on yourself or on someone else is you drive their self-confidence down. This is the stage at which they need the most support. This is the stage at which you say, hey, look, we've been through that 5 times already, and you got it right those 5 times. The 6th time you made a mistake, that's cool. Just forget about the mistake and just go on with it. So this is when they need the most emotional support and the most physical support, and this is the time at which they're most likely to get the least of it. Or you know, if you're learning, be kind to yourself. Support yourself through this stage. If you're training someone else, be kind to them and help support them through that stage. And the 4th stage, you've probably worked it out by now, is the unconscious competent. And let's go back to the car analogy. This is the stage at which you can shave, put on your makeup, talk on the phone, drive, listen to the radio, send text or SMS messages. You know, you're hurtling along in this 1-ton machine or this 500 kilo machine, whatever your your car is, and then you've given, 10 minutes later you think, oh, that was my exit, because you've been in dreamland the whole time. So, but you haven't crashed because you're unconsciously competent. So I'm hoping that now that you understand those 4 phases and 4 levels of learning, that you can help yourself through those phases a lot more quickly and easily, and equally important, that you can support your team members through these stages. And also, if you've got kids at home, this doesn't just apply to veterinary practice, this applies to life. So if you've got kids that are playing a sport and make a mistake, or learning new skills and make a mistake, teach them this, and that will help them through the learning process and make life a lot more comfortable for them. I'll see you in the next video.